Hey guys, how you doing? It's the Intuitive Investor from StockTwits. So today's video is going to be a little bit longer than normal, and it's only because I'm trying to summarize where Namaste is today, Memorial Day here in the United States. We're 4 days away from Namaste Technologies filing their financials for the year ending 2018. The deadline is supposed to be May 31st, 2019, and I'm very hopeful that they will meet that deadline, even though there are career bears who are betting against it. Namaste has updated 2 updates in a row earlier than normal, so hopefully that speaks volumes, and it hopes to confirm that they will be able to file their financials on time, if not early, but we'll see. So where are we at? Their market cap was listed at $192 million, and this was back in the summer of 2018. Although if you go to different websites, whether it's Yahoo, Google, Seeking Alpha, E-Trade, you might get 195, 196, 223. You get very different numbers. So honestly, I don't know what that market cap is. But there's a couple things that I'm hoping to see in the new financials. So let's go down the list. I got my notes here. I got 11 points that I wanted to make. So it's going to be a lot of information. But this kind of just gives us an idea of kind of where we left off back when all this really began to unravel, which was back in October of 2018. The stock had just peaked at $3.05. I thought I heard some gunshots, or I don't know what's going on out there. But the stock was trading right around $3.06. That's US dollars. So in no particular order, these are the things that have been going on. There was a share acquisition of Pineapple Express. Of course, they're a delivery program for cannabis throughout Canada, Ontario, Toronto, different areas, and so that was one big piece. Again, the point that I'm trying to make... Are those gunshots?
Fireworks.
Oh, fireworks. The point that I'm trying to make here is everything that Namaste has done since then is all in the hopes, in an effort to keep a company going, thriving, and growing. So everything that they've done does not sound like a company that's going to fold. Everything that they've done, which I'm about to list, does not sound like a company who's looking to sell. Everything that they're doing, for me, sounds like a company that's looking to grow and expand. So, number 2, they also acquired 49% stake of Choklat. Choklat happens to be the only chocolate producer in Alberta. I didn't know that until I researched their information. And they happen to have excellent reviews about their chocolate. So I think that's a really good acquisition. I think that was a really good move on Namaste's part. I honestly didn't understand the psychology behind it early on, but again, they were in survival mode early part of the year, but this is part of the plan of them wanting to grow and expand. That's the premise here. So then there was the whole case of them getting a new auditor back in 2018. The new auditor, PricewaterhouseCoopers, exits, resigns, leaves. So we got new auditors who then help to bring to fruition the new agreement that Namaste Technologies would fulfill their part in filing the 2018 full year financials by May 31st. Right around that same time, Namaste also petitioned to get a cease trade order preventing any insiders from selling or buying any Namaste shares until they were able to be current on all quarterly earnings reports. So that's also happening. What else happens? Sean Dollinger ends up leaving, which I think was an extremely courageous and bold move by Namaste Technologies by removing the co-founder of Namaste Technologies. I think that move had to happen if Namaste Technologies was to build on something new. Soon after that, Khiran and Sefi also leave, two other big pieces of the puzzle. And to me, it had to happen because it actually strengthened the company. But in the moment, it really deteriorated the share price, because if you were to look at the charts, you've seen it go down all the way from October into the present. But some interesting things have been happening with the share price that I'll get into in a few moments. What else? Kenneth Jones joins the board of directors, who was a previous partner with PwC, and then comes in. The possible reason why PricewaterhouseCoopers left just months earlier, could this be that maybe Namaste Technologies was already looking to bring in Kenneth, and they wanted to avoid any potential interpretation of conflict of interest, and that's the reason why PwC left? Who knows? But to me, had they not, and they brought in Kenneth Jones and still have PwC as their auditors, I will look at that as a little suspicious. So I think maybe this was the best move. Of course, didn't do much to increase investor confidence, but these are the things that have to be done. Recently, Andy Wojcinski, hopefully I'm pronouncing his name, also another previous partner of PwC, just joined the board of directors. What else? Andrew Buckman also joined the advisory board. And then we have Faraz Jamal, who is now the vice president of marketing. Again, when you think about a company that's going to fold, or you think about a company that is looking to potentially sell itself or is going to collapse, you're not bringing in talent. You're not making acquisitions. You're not making new deals. If we didn't know what was going on, like previous to any of this, we would say that this company is looking to expand, looking to grow, is reinvesting in itself. So for me, out with the old, in with the new. Of course, there's a lot of turbulence, and no one likes turbulence, and investors don't like turbulence. And there's been just an enormous amount of turbulence. So that's really shaken up a lot of investors. Confidence is low, but the data shows that investors are now beginning to accept, to digest the new information, the new faces, the acquisitions, and everything that's been happening in a positive way. The reason why we know that is because a couple of weeks ago, the stock went as low as 36 cents, and those shares got gobbled up really fast, really quick. And so then Namaste ended up literally trading sideways from March to April, almost to the middle to the end of May, in the 51, 52, 53 cent range. And it wasn't until recently, as of last week, as a matter of fact, that we saw the stock jump up to the 64, 63, 62, 61 range, and it remained trading sideways there. And so in my opinion, just as some other people have already identified that, it's possible that Namaste has already formed a really solid base in the low 50s and potentially could be seeing a staircase pattern forming, and now with low 60s being the new base. If that's the case, then that's really excellent news. To me, that suggests that more people are potentially looking at the stock, are buying the stock, are holding the stock. I think that May 31st will be an absolute do or die situation for Namaste. For me, if I were looking at anything, what I would want to see is an increase in the numbers, an increase in the revenues. I would want to see an increase in the EPS, or whether it be the EBT, DITA. I would want to see this kind of movement in order to bolster the confidence that I have in Namaste, which is very small. I will say this, that Findify was acquired last year, and none of the revenue from Findify has been included in any of the financials. And Findify alone, the revenue for that was about 198, about 200,000 per quarter. And they're in 60 countries, and they happen to be Shopify Plus's official partner. So you guys know how much I love Shopify. So I would be very curious to see how Findify itself, by itself, is doing. So hopefully those numbers also come out in the financials earnings release coming up. So other than that, I do have a high degree of confidence that Namaste will release, will file, that is, their full audited 2018 financials on time. And it would be awesome if they did it early, but I believe they will. I know there's a lot of people that are saying no. Some people are saying that they never will. Never will is a stretch. Late, I guess it could happen, but honestly, these past two updates have been coming out a week early, so that to me suggests that they're ready and they're eager to get the information out and they're ready to file. So if this does, if they file on time and the numbers are beyond expectation, they're higher than what we predicted or whatever they suggested, although they didn't, I don't know that they made any predictions anyways, but let's just say that the numbers are solid and there's absolute growth. I could see this stock retracing back to $3 by the end of the year. So if it does that, then oof, it's going to be on and cracking. And if it doesn't, then, you know, you win some and you lose some. Guys, I'm the Intuitive Investor. If you aren't already following me on StockTwits, please do so. Feel free to subscribe to my videos. Feel free to comment beneath. And let's see what happens tomorrow, Tuesday. Take care, guys.